Can we control the atmosphere of a clinic? Hey, what's up guys? My name's Antonio and this is Megan, and we both work in physical therapy. So if you're new to this channel, if you're new to physical therapy, then consider subscribing because we talk about the ins and the outs to this field and this career. And in this video, we want to talk about how much is in our control when it comes to the atmosphere of a clinic. So I've been to some clinics where it's a super fun experience, it's really friendly, it's a fun atmosphere, the receptionist's nice and warm. And then I've also been to some places where it's super uncomfortable and cold and no one really works together and it's kind of an uncomfortable atmosphere. And so the question is, how much of that is actually in our control?
Honestly, I feel like it's the unintentional things that we do that can really ruin an atmosphere. So whether it's between you and a patient or you and your coworker, it's the things we don't think about that can totally ruin it.
I feel like one of the big things that impacts this is what we choose to say. So I've been in places, and I'm sure you have, where you've heard people say things, I get paid to hurt people, or when you hear the 10 rules of physical therapy, which are like, never complain because we never listen, or never say you want to leave early because we'll make you stay late. Things like that can leave a bad impression and a bad experience for that patient. So it might make them feel uncomfortable or something like that.
Yeah, so even if it's a joke, there's still some kind of underlying truth to that, which I feel like makes it not so encouraging or great.
Yeah, and also not even just the patient experience. So I know that that's part of the atmosphere, is how the patients are experiencing it and how are they feeling, is it fun for them? But another component of creating a good atmosphere is your patient, or I already said patient, I meant to say your coworker. So the people you work with, if you have a good relationship with them, it can dictate the atmosphere in a big way.
Right, so even just working with patients side by side, I know that I used to work at nights with some girls, and we would always, like, if two patients came in for the similar thing, we would make some like friendly competition, like, oh, my patient can walk this far, just silly stuff that actually makes it fun and encourages them, and it works.
Yeah, I feel like you should take it upon yourself to set the pace for the clinic. So don't leave it up to your coworkers to you know, make your day fun for you, but you should really be the trendsetter. You should be setting the pace for that clinic, and in doing it in small ways. You know, maybe it's stopping by Big B's Coffee and bringing your coworker a coffee in the morning. Maybe it's just greeting everyone when you first get there instead of going away to your own little nook and finish up on your notes or something like that.
Right. Well, actually, that he brought that up. When I first started working as a physical therapist, one of the things I would do, I had an hour drive, so I'd listen to podcasts the whole way. And when I got there, I'd be like absorbed, like thinking about what I learned or thinking about something that I would beeline to my desk, not because I was being mean, but one of my coworkers actually brought up, like 6 months or a year later, she said, you know, kind of there was like a distance between us and I didn't really know why, and it got brought up that, you know, I don't say hi in the morning, basically what it boiled down to, and I'm like totally disregarded like her, but something so small made her feel like I don't know, there was something missing. So yes, right. I think that's valuable. Yeah,
so I feel like that's a huge thing, and I feel like it's in our control. And a story that I think of is I used to ask questions all the time. Like I ask questions about everything. And one time I was asking my coworker just multiple questions. I was probably being annoying, but at the time I was just like trying to learn more. And what I didn't realize is it was kind of making her upset, and it was kind of like getting her agitated. In my head, it didn't even register because I was just thinking about how I can treat the patient better, but I was never thinking about how could I improve my relationship with a coworker or something like that. And that's very important because once you create that team atmosphere, it's more than just the patient, but it's also coworker related as well.
Right. So, you know, simple things, picking up after somebody else even though it's not your job, or if you see somebody busy with patients, going out and help them because your patient canceled, or just little things like that really can make it fun for everybody and make it enjoyable since you're there for most of your day.
Right. So to answer the question of how much is it in our control, I feel like a lot is in our control. There's so much we can do to make changes, to try something new. If something's not working, try something else, you know. If this person isn't responding well to this, try this, you know.
Right.
There's always something we can be doing. Example, like if you want to work with me and you want to make me have a good day, then bring me food, bring me treats, like that. That's what I
did bring him a muffin today.
That is actually true. And today was so much better.
We were friends
we
today.
Communicated. It was so much easier to get along with. So that's what we had to talk about today on communication and the ability of setting the pace for the atmosphere of your clinic. So if you found the video helpful, then let us know in the comment section, and let us know if there's more questions you have. Anything else you got for it?
That's it.
That's it. Peace.